I moved here to St. Augustine, Florida to live my dream life. It didn't take long to realize other people did too. People who took a leap, followed what they loved, and built something of their own in this magical little town. The Soul-Led Sessions is about those people, the stories behind the businesses you see, visit, and fall in love with. Not just what they've created, but what it really took to get there. The risks, the pivots, the moments that changed everything, and what it actually looks like to build a life that feels aligned. These conversations are here to connect you to the heart of entrepreneurship, and maybe even to what's possible for your own life. I'm here with the artist Vanessa Hajje in her studio in St. Augustine, Florida. Thank you so much for joining. I'm glad to be in this amazing space with all of your beautiful artwork.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm a mixed media artist, and which means I use many, many different types of mediums. So I use everything from my own papers, collage papers in my work, oil paint, even spray paint, oil pastels, gold leaf, charcoal, literally any art supply that's out there on the market. I've probably tried it.
I love it.
Inks. Yeah. If you just look around, you can see the disarray, but also just the amount of supplies that I have. I just have so much fun.
So much fun.
I just put music on and I go crazy. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do, with this piece, it's mainly oil, but I did do a little oil pastels. You can see right here in the leaf a little bit.
Chalky texture.
And it's really fun.
So much texture in your
I'm all about texture. I like a lot of depth and layers.
And it sounds like I was just listening to a podcast this morning with Alan Watt. Are you familiar with Alan Watt? And he was talking about how play is really important. We don't work the piano. We play the piano. Yeah. So with your art, I feel like you really play with your art.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's more of a joy for you to sit and it's not work, right? It's
sometimes it is, because with being a professional artist, you do have to do the business side.
Right.
So a lot of times I say it's 20% creativity and 80% is marketing and all of those other fun things that I don't do and I put on the back burner. And so when you asked to interview me, I'm like, sure, yes, I need to do more of that.
Put yourself out there more and
put myself out there.
I feel like that is because art is such a personal form of expression that I don't know, keeping it to yourself is easy to do, right? Rather than just yelling it out on the rooftops or from the rooftops that this is my art. Come take a look at it. And that is intimidating sometimes, that business side of things. So tell me how you've been doing this for
about almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
Professionally. Before that, I always did art. I mean, I was always a creative. In high school, I was known as an artist, and I was always painting in my room. And as a little girl, I just adored being creative and making things. Cool. So it's been definitely a lifeline thing. Yeah. But at around age 45, I decided that I wanted to be a professional artist. I had done massage, I went to massage school, and then I became an acupuncturist. And my creative juices were just flowing around that time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
45. Just decided I'm going to change it all now. And
yes, I remember specifically my best friend, like I said to her, I want to be an artist. That's it. Boom.
That's it. So, you made the decision and you just did it, right?
I just did it.
Incredible. Yeah. So did you continue to work your other businesses as you were?
I still do. I still do a little bit of massage and acupuncture here and there because I love the healing arts. I love helping people.
Absolutely.
And I think it intertwines really because the healing arts is an art.
Absolutely.
Form. And so that it helps me work with my right brain and left brain. I like to really combine those too, because it takes some intellect to figure out what's going on with the diagnosis and herbs and things like that. And
And then bringing art into that and allowing yourself to have that creative outlet too is so healing. So healing. I mean, do you find you heal through your art in the last 10 years? Do you feel like you've really grown, not just as an artist, but as a person? And
Oh, for sure. Art is my therapy. It is literally when the world is falling apart. As long as I got my art supplies, I'm good.
Incredible.
So, and I really want to help other people experience that too, at some level. I love teaching. I love teaching art to beginners and people that have a lot of social anxiety around doing art with other people.
Right.
And so, because I've been there, I know what it's like. And I love teaching all ages from 6 to 106. It's just really fun for me to open up their mind of the possibility of being creative.
Yeah. Gosh, that's such a gift. And to be able to share that with people, I don't know. And I remember, what was it, 2 years ago now, the Asheville flooding, and what you did during that time was so inspiring to me, just seeing it through the lens of Facebook. But you were painting through all of that. I mean, from day one, right?
Yeah,
Would you mind?
literally, I painted 2 paintings the day of the hurricane to help curb my anxiety. And then I ended up selling those and giving it the money to a family. And you were one of the winners, which was so
That was
amazing.
so cool.
Yeah.
And I'm super grateful to have
Yeah.
that beautiful piece of art in my home, and do have plans to add more in the future because I'm just in love with your art. I think it's amazing. The colors, we were talking a little bit about the colors that you use. After I think we'll film some of the art so that people can see the wide variety of colors that you use, because to me, that's what really stands out from other artists for you, is that your colors are so vibrant and you're not afraid to use them just kind of all over, but also centered on certain things. Like the eye goes there to certain colors or certain pieces of your art. And that just, I don't know, it's that lovely ethereal joy that it brings, you know? I guess that's the best way to describe it. How would you describe your work?
Well, actually, on my website, when you open up in my website, it basically says "Step into my vivid dream world," because this is the world that I want to live in.
I love that.
I love nature. I absolutely adore nature, and I want to make it even more vibrant and more punchy. But I also follow the rule of thirds, and I follow the rule of complementary colors to add more dimension and vibrancy. So you can see with the rule of thirds, like right here,
Yes.
I put a flower here and here.
Right.
And so, and then there's some resting space in here. So there is some following a little bit of rules, and then when I need to, breaking the rules.
Yeah, I love it. You know when to do each of those things.
Yeah.
That's important, I think.
And I
as an
explore
artist.
and experiment constantly.
Yeah.
So sometimes I paint over. I'm like, oh, that doesn't work. I don't like that, and I'll paint over it, or I collage over it. So the biggest thing for me is to have courage to explore and to change. That I equate it as like almost jumping off a cliff, because it is scary as an artist when you have something that you think is pretty good, but it just doesn't cut it, and then just annihilating it and doing something different. So when my students are in my art classes, I just go, jump off that cliff, just do it. Because sometimes people are, I don't want to. I'm like, just do it.
You gotta go for it. All in.
Gotta
right?
go for it. And life is short, so let's just give it our all. That's my kind of the way I
Reminds
roll.
me of like the Tibetan sand art, when they spend days and days to create that sand, and these beautiful, just gorgeous murals of sand, and then they just wipe it all away. Like in one swift move, and that's it. And it's not being attached to your work. I think that's important as
non-attachment
a working artist as
is
well.
huge. And that's a big piece of what I do too, is I work on multiple pieces at the same time. So I don't just focus on one painting. I didn't just focus on this big painting.
Right.
I focus on 3 or 4. And if I have extra paint on my brush, I'll go to the other one. So that keeps me loose Otherwise, I get too narrow, too focused,
Mhm.
and too analytical, and I don't like
Mhm.
that because then the critic starts talking.
Mm.
So we want the critic out when we're being
Mhm.
creative.
Absolutely. I love that you are so aware of all of that. That is amazing that you figured that out in just 10 years, 9
Mhm.
years that you
Mhm.
figured that out
Mhm.
about yourself and how you work best. Amazing.
Mhm.
That's amazing to me. Did you go to school for this or did you go for something else?
I had a few teachers. Gabriel Lipper in Ashland, Oregon. I lived there.
Mm,
I would say he's my main mentor
mm,
um, for drawing and composition. Um, and then I did the Milan Art Institute online course,
mm.
and that's a year-long professional
Wow.
how to become a professional artist online.
Online.
And I've met multiple friends through that network, so it's
Wow.
kind of like a big family almost.
Neat.
And on my Instagram, I have information about the Milan Art Institute, and so
Wow.
that really was amazingly helpful. And
Yeah.
so
Being
that
able to actually transition into a working artist and not just
right from people that really are successful and do it.
Mhm.
Because a lot
That's
of times
great.
in art school, you pay all this money and the teachers aren't successful, and that's why they're
Right.
teaching.
And
So it's
that's why
like,
they're
and you're
teaching.
paying thousands of
Oh my
dollars
gosh.
and years.
So
So it
true.
just it never made any
Yeah.
sense to me.
Right.
So, and I'm not very dogmatic. I don't like there's some things that I love about tradition and some
Mhm.
things I like to break the mold.
Yes,
So,
which is great.
yeah.
And I think that possibility online, just having that available to people is super cool. That you don't
Yeah.
have to, maybe pay tens of thousands of dollars for a mentor either. Sometimes
Mhm.
people are finding mentorship in very costly, prices. So I think that's amazing that I'll have to check that out for
Mhm.
myself too
Mhm.
and see
Mhm.
what you have there. That's cool. How long did it take you to really get your business launched once you decided this is it?
Mhm.
How long did it take you before you actually started having a lucrative,
Uh-huh.
income from it?
Well, I did a slow transition from acupuncture into this was when I was living in Ashland, Oregon,
Mm,
and I had my first solo show my first year, and that was with my photography,
mm,
divine feminine photography work,
yeah.
where I incorporated my photography and the medium of encaustic, which is beeswax on top.
Wow.
And I could
You
show it.
want to, yeah,
I
show
can show
these. This is,
this is one of my first pieces, and I used a lot of times with my children, and then I put beeswax on top of the photograph, and then I put oil pastels and oil paint on top of it. So it gives it's a photograph, but ethereal look to it. And so that was my first show, solo show
mm.
in
Oh, in
Oregon.
Oregon.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you did a full show with that.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
great.
So I had I think about maybe 20 pieces.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Thinking back, were you nervous? Do you remember that day, like the opening of that
No,
show? You
no.
weren't
Once I
nervous.
make a decision to do something, I just am very driven.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So cool. I did want to talk about why St. Augustine. What made you come here to create? The nature is
Yeah.
here for you, I
Yeah.
guess. But what else brought you
Well,
here?
actually, the father of my children, he moved here
Mm,
first, and
mm.
then I followed to be with my kid.
Nice.
So, it was just by accident, basically, that I came to
Wow.
Florida. I would never have thought of moving here, but I actually love it. It's really artsy, and
Hmm.
there's so much beauty to St. Augustine,
Yeah.
and so many people from all over the world.
Such cool
And
people
yeah,
and eclectic people and
yeah,
really passionate people. Don't you find
yes,
that
yeah.
there's just incredibly passionate people
Mhm,
here?
mhm.
And I feel like they come here to live out their dream, to live out that passion. Don't
Yes,
you
yeah,
find
and
that
also
too?
I feel that people might come from completely different walks of life or in their views of politics or whatever,
Mhm.
but there's harmony here.
Mhm.
There's people aren't arguing. I feel like everybody's just getting along.
Yes.
And I love that
Me
because
too.
to me, that's really important,
Mm-hmm.
is to feel safe in my community and the way I express myself and who I am.
Totally.
Um,
And supported
yeah,
and loved, and
yeah,
all of that does happen
yeah,
here, doesn't it?
yeah. It's
That's
easy to
cool.
make friends here.
It
I love
is.
that.
I know. And there's so many like-minded people,
Hmm.
even if there's differences in
Yeah.
beliefs and all of that. Overall, so many
Overall, we
like-minded.
all know what we want, the
Yeah.
same thing,
Yeah.
you
We're
know?
seeking the
Yeah.
same. Yeah, I agree. When you started your business, did you set a goal, or did you have a goal in mind for what you wanted things to look like?
No, not really, because I didn't have a huge amount of confidence as a
Mm,
professional artist yet, because it takes time.
yeah.
And also, I still had kids that were fairly young. So
Mm.
I was, I have 3 kids. And so there's a lot to juggle.
Sure. Yeah. You weren't really goal oriented. You were just
No.
in survival mode. It sounds
Yeah,
like a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, more in that
Uh-huh.
exploration
Yeah.
and knowing that I do wanna do this for a living,
Hmm.
but not exactly sure
Right.
what avenues to take. Mhm.
Right. So what about now? Do you set goals now, or do you still
Uh-huh.
go with the flow with that and let things
Yes,
come
I
as they will?
definitely have more of a vision of what I want.
Mm.
I'm really focusing, instead of galleries, I would love to be in really nice galleries for
Mm.
big pieces because I
Mhm.
want to go big.
I love.
But right now I'm focusing on art shows,
Mhm.
and specifically in Florida for
Right.
the spring.
Yeah.
And because I think that Florida is really good for my vibrant abstract florals, I feel
Absolutely.
like there's a good market for that.
Hmm. And the
Yeah,
colors, the
yeah.
abstract of the. You have to show this one too, because that is really Florida in a painting. You can feel you can feel what it feels like to be here from that view. I just love that. That's
Yeah, that I mean, I love traveling. I've traveled all over the world,
wow.
by myself,
Mm.
in my 20s.
Oh, cool.
I definitely want to travel again
Yeah.
and bring my great camera. I have a Canon Mark III, which is a really good camera,
Oh, uh-huh.
and just get reference photos from different
Yes.
countries, different places, because
Wow.
I love culture and
Mhm.
I love the beauty of nature in different places. And so
Yes.
I definitely, what's my goal is to focus on being able to travel
Cool.
more.
That's great.
Yeah.
So that'll be funded by your art.
Yes,
That's great.
exactly. And then
Cool.
meet people and
Yeah.
I become friends with my art patrons.
Mm.
A lot of times when somebody wants to buy my art, they end up becoming my friend, because if they resonate with my art, then I resonate with them
Yeah.
personality wise.
Wow.
And they often buy more art and they become
That's
art collectors.
special.
So, and I've had commission pieces, which
Uh-huh.
is really special too, to be able
Mhm.
to narrow in on what somebody specifically wants and
Specific to
for their
them. And
house. Yeah.
yeah, that's a beautiful thing to be able to do that and offer a part of yourself into someone's home and into someone's space.
It's such an
That's
honor for me.
yeah, I
It
bet.
really, I don't take it lightly. I really take it as like, wow, that's touching that
Wow.
they're going to have this
Yeah.
in their family and maybe pass it down. Who knows?
Yeah.
So it's
What a
special.
special, yeah,
Yeah.
it's totally
Yeah.
special. A gift for sure. I like to ask about morning routines because I feel like a lot of successful people in this world have a unique morning routine. So do
Mhm.
you have an intentional morning routine?
Mhm.
What do you do?
Yes,
Would you
I
mind sharing that with us?
definitely do. The
Yeah.
minute I wake up, I have gratitude.
Mm.
So I might not even get out of bed, but I just think, what am I grateful for?
Yes.
And then I take my dog for a walk in a beautiful area, and just I'm always amazed by the colors in the sky
Hmm.
early morning. If I'm in Asheville, North Carolina, or if I'm here. And then I do a little bit of yoga. So I do just about maybe 15 minutes of
Hmm.
stretching and yoga.
Stretching. Yeah.
I wake up extremely early. I wake up at 4:30 to 5,
Okay.
and then I'm a go-getter. I like to do my routine, have my tea,
Hmm.
and then I get going with my art.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
So do you find yourself you paint most of the day, or do you allow breaks for yourself? How does that look for you?
it every day is a little bit different. It
Hmm.
depends on the flow.
Hmm.
I really am like a kid as far as my attention span. If I'm like really focused, I'm in there and I'm having a good time. And if I'm not, I go and go for a walk
Mm.
or do something else. And
Hmm.
only want to have fun.
love
When
it.
I do art, it's all about it having fun and exploring.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't want it to feel like work or
Mhm.
that I'm walking up a hill.
Mhm.
It's because
Contrived
it doesn't
or
work. It doesn't
yeah,
work that way.
right.
Yeah.
And it shows.
And then I have to switch. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this paint's not working, so I'll get another one.
Mm,
So, like I said,
neat.
working on multiple.
Right.
I'm very, very fast paced. You can tell by the way I move and the talk.
Mhm.
I'm I move quickly.
Yeah.
So as I get older, I'm hoping I'll be a little bit more.
No, but I feel like you have a good balance of both. You
I used
feel
to teach
you
yoga,
feel calm to
so
me. It doesn't you don't feel rushed
yeah.
to me at
Okay,
all. I
good.
think. I mean, that's at least my perspective. But
Mhm.
and then when do you go to bed early then and to get up early? Or are
Yeah,
you also a
sometimes I
night
go to
owl?
bed early. Sometimes I literally wake up at 2 in the morning, my boom,
Ready to
inspiration,
go. Really?
and I'll paint in the night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? In the night, you'll just put lights on and
Yeah, I'll put
get to
lights on.
work.
It might be only a few hours and then go back to
Sure.
bed. But if I don't listen to that calling, I'll have restless sleep anyway. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I might as well be productive.
What did you call it? A vivid daydream? No,
A
vivid
vivid, step into my vivid dream world.
dream world. So it
Yeah.
is sometimes truly
Yes.
your dream world.
Yeah.
Literally.
Sometimes I'll
Wow.
write in my journal and I'll get like, oh, I need to work with purple
Oh,
and something like that.
so cool.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll get inspired by going into a store and seeing fabric, and there might be just this a textural thing about it. I'm like, oh, I want to paint deep velvet in my painting or
Mm.
something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
I go for a walk and I might see a flower, and I dry my own flowers and incorporate that into my art too. So
Mm.
I'll get leaves. Like I was in Asheville, North Carolina, and the changing of the seasons in October.
Mhm.
I collected leaves and I incorporate that into
Wow.
my art.
And you
So
bring them all back with you to
I bring him back because nature
cool.
is my inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great that you take that. Sometimes, I mean, nature's never really boring, but you spice it up. You add that vividness to nature when maybe it's not so
Mhm.
vivid. Although I have to show this because the Florida skies are not, they can be dull sometimes, but usually they're pretty vivid. I love that. Gosh, thank you for sharing all of this. This is really special. Um, oh, this is a good one. What continues to fuel you every day?
To fuel me.
To fuel you, like what makes you tick? What inspires you to get up and do the thing that
Mm.
you're doing every day?
I don't know. It's me. It's just getting something out, which is deep and inside me, out
Mm,
to bring beauty into the world.
hmm
That's huge. I feel that life can be a little humdrum for some
hmm
people. I literally have never had a 9 to 5 job, like ever. I just think I would shrivel up and
Me
die.
either. I know. I'm just not cut out for that either.
I've just always been an entrepreneur and
Hmm
my own boss pretty much,
hmm
even having my own acupuncture business. And
Yeah,
I need to I need my own hours, and my own flexibility is
mm,
really important to me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And your own sovereignty, it
Yes.
sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being free from the matrix.
Exactly.
That's a good thing to do these days.
Yeah.
What are you doing, do you think, that stands out from other businesses in your field or other artists? What makes your art unique, do you think, in your own
Mhm.
words?
I would say that it's very heartfelt. It
Mm,
literally is. My heart goes out into my artwork,
mhm.
and I'm also doing this really cool thing where I make my own candles
Ooh.
with dried flowers and crystals, and
Oh,
I give those as presents to people, my art patrons, when
wow.
they buy a big painting. It's like my thank you for purchasing my art so I can continue. And so you do this light, this candle with your art, your
Mm.
new purchased art with the
Oh,
candle that I made.
I love
And because
that.
I am a giver, I just love to give.
Mm.
Obviously, I love to do healing work.
Yeah,
So for me, it's an exchange. It's
right.
like these people have purchased with their hard-earned money
Right.
so I can continue to be creative and do what I want to do. And so
Mhm.
I want to gift them a candle that I made.
How beautiful. A gift on top of a gift. That is already the painting, but that's really neat. How special. Again, very special.
Yeah.
Your patrons must feel very special. I mean, they must feel that from you,
I hope
I
so. I
think.
hope so. And some of them end up being my clients for acupuncture massage.
Oh,
So
really?
it's kind
Great.
of
They
like,
want to spend all the time with you. That's great. You are a natural healer, I feel. What has been the hardest thing for you about being an artist as an entrepreneur?
I would say the continuing business part of being the marketer.
Mm.
And it's not my forte. It's
Mm-hmm.
not something that I'm gifted with or
Mm.
enjoy. So it's like, oh yeah, I have to keep promoting my business.
Right. Right.
So that's not something that I really enjoy doing, but
Yeah.
I'm like, once in
You,
a while.
yeah, you'll get better at it as
I
time
do
goes.
enjoy doing Instagram, like
Yeah.
short little videos, because I find that fun because it's
Right.
authentically showing who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be playful or
Mm-hmm.
silly or sad or
And I
whatever.
feel like people really love the
Yeah.
process. They'd love to see the process of an
Mhm.
artist and showing them the inside, your inside world here, which again, I'm going to film because there's so much fun stuff going on in this room. I want to like touch things and play with things myself. It's very playful in here. Do you have anybody that works for you? Like, do you delegate out the things that you don't like to do?
I wish, I really do wish. My boyfriend says that he will do that, and
Mm,
I'm like, please,
nice.
please be my manager because
Yes. Yeah.
honestly, all I want to do is create and teach,
Right.
and I would be happy to somebody else run the
Yeah.
business. I'm not a control freak. I'm just like,
Right.
you want to do it? Yay.
Go do it for me, right?
Yeah.
So you can have more time
Yeah.
to create
Yes.
and
Yeah.
play. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's important. I think that's really important to not do the things that you don't enjoy doing because that takes the fun out of it. That takes the play out of it. So stick to the things that you like
Yeah,
to
I don't
do,
like to be
right?
bogged down with
Yeah,
the logistical things of
right.
it.
Even though that's a
Art shows are
necessary.
really, really challenging. I mean,
Oh,
sometimes you have to be at 3 in the morning setting up your tent. People
oh,
don't know
really?
how difficult art shows are. So be
Mm.
kind when you're at an art show. Be
Mm.
kind to the artists there
I
because
like
they're
that.
dealing with the weather. They're dealing with
Wow.
patrons that aren't, the nicest people. Like,
Right.
all different kinds of
All different
scenarios can
things.
happen at art shows.
Huh.
And
Who knew?
who knew? But it's also a great honor to be, it's because all the art shows that are high end are
Yeah.
juried.
Oh, right.
So there could be 300 people
Sure.
that apply, artists that apply, and maybe only 160 get accepted. So
Wow.
it's a huge thing to get into an art
The
show. And
juried
it's always
show.
a celebration when I get into a high end one.
Mm.
But logistically, you're putting thousands of dollars
Yeah.
banking on your ability to sell.
Wow.
And people don't understand that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And not many people know that inside.
The inside.
They're just walking along,
Oh my gosh.
looking
Yeah, I've
at
been here since 3 in the morning. Welcome
right.
to my booth.
You're on your third cup of tea and
Yes.
yeah. Wow, I didn't even know that actually. And I've done shows, but not jury. I did do one juried show, but it wasn't like that. That's interesting. It's different with I think with higher end art. Oh, what are you most inspired by or who or what are you most inspired by?
Well, I can
Nature, I know
say
you've said.
when I was 16, I went to the library and looked through the artists, and Gustav Klimt stood
Mm.
out, and is still to this day my favorite
Mm.
artist. I just absolutely
The
adore that
master
work.
of
Yeah.
collage, really, isn't he?
Yeah, and just the gold leaf and the
Mhm.
vibrancy, and nature. He did a lot of nature and
He
women,
did,
and
yeah.
those are my subjects.
Yeah,
Those are my
true.
favorite
Oh,
subjects too.
yeah. A lot of
Um,
similarities
yeah,
now that
yeah.
you mention him. Yeah.
But being in nature is huge for me. I love the ocean.
Mhm.
I love jungle. I love mountains. I mean,
Mm.
all different landscapes
Yes.
are appealing to me and inspire me.
Cool.
And talking to people too.
People.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You learn so much from people, especially
yeah.
in the different landscapes, learning
Mhm.
people. I just can never get enough of
Yeah,
learning about people.
Right.
and visiting, other areas and seeing how people live and
Yeah.
just wondering what they're doing. Even just driving on the highway, sometimes I think to
Mhm.
myself, I wonder what they're doing in their house right now,
Yes,
what
yeah, and
people are
that's
doing.
always something that when I was traveling around the world, I love to know, like, what they're eating, what they're wearing,
Mhm.
everything. Culture
Mhm.
is very interesting
How
to
do they
me,
spend
so
their time? What are they
Mhm.
doing for a living even?
Yeah,
'Cause it's different
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
That's something I noticed, and what inspired me to do this podcast is in New York, we were upstate New York, and
Mhm,
everybody kind of just has a job there. They go to
mm,
work maybe for a corporation or maybe
mhm,
they're a teacher
mhm,
but there's nothing really outstanding to me.
mhm,
There was nobody really living their dream or,
mhm,
living out their passion. And when I came
mhm,
here, I just kept meeting people every day that are living out their passion and living in joy and like
mhm,
living a life that it has purpose and meaning
mm,
and doing it, earning money through that. It's
mhm.
just, wow. I was like amazed by that. And so getting to talk to you in your home and seeing that you're doing this, it's very inspiring and I think
Mhm.
empowering for others too to see young artists out
Yeah,
there or old artists that
yeah.
don't think that they can do it, that it's possible.
I would say that's one of my regrets is I wish I had started younger,
Ah,
earlier, because I
yeah.
didn't think it was a possibility.
Wow.
Um,
Who told you that it wasn't?
it's this mindset that, "Oh, you
Mm,
can't make money through art," and
right,
it's simply not true,
right.
and this is the best time to be an artist. It really
Mhm.
is with all the Instagram
Yeah.
and Facebook and TikTok
Global
and
reach,
oh my gosh,
worldwide
it's
reach.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
really fun. Yeah.
Perhaps you'll be shipping your art out to other
Oh,
countries
yes,
soon
yes. That
with
would
that
be
global reach.
that's my dream or goal. That would be so cool. And to actually bring it to them, oh,
Right,
yes. I'll go to
right.
Argentina or Australia.
Seriously, deliver it.
Yes,
Hand
that'd be so
deliver. I
fun.
used to ship my peg dolls all over the world, and at one point I had a map, and I don't think I hit every country,
Yeah.
certainly, but just to think some cute little child was opening my,
Oh.
package on Christmas morning,
Oh,
or
that's so
it
cool.
was just like such an honor and so
Yeah.
special to me that was happening all
Mhm.
over the world on that day. I don't know. Christmas was always the day that I knew those packages were getting opened, so it
Oh.
was like I just would have this gratitude on Christmas morning. I mean, I had gratitude throughout the
Yeah.
whole process
Yeah.
anyway, but ultra gratitude on Christmas
Mhm.
morning of just these little hands are opening these packages. It was just so cool. So yeah, you're going to get there with shipping internationally. It's amazing. That's what I love about social media is you never know who will see and
Yeah.
who will appreciate and who will, resonate with and
Mhm.
that's why I feel like it's so important to share that part of you, online because it's why not?
Mhm.
Right? To have that not only for yourself and your bank account, but also for the the reach that you'll have with others, the
I think
effect
that's
you can have.
what maturity and getting older has given me is
Mm.
courage, because
Mm.
I was painfully shy as
Ah,
a child and even as a teenager. I mean, so incredibly shy.
I
You
can't
I
see
would
that.
never dream of sitting here being interviewed.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Yeah. So
But here you are.
I don't have that much shyness anymore because
Mhm.
life is too short and it's
Yeah.
boring to be shy,
Who gives a
honestly.
shit anymore, right? Look, as you get older, I feel like I care less and less
Yes.
about what other people think
Right.
also. Like I'm gonna live my life
Yes.
authentically. And if people
Yeah.
like it, great, and they resonate with it, great. If they don't, oh well. They're lost and I keep
Very,
moving
very
on.
true.
And
It's a good way to roll in the world,
yeah, and
really.
as an artist, you have to be that way because
Yeah.
you can't take it personally if people dislike your work,
Mhm.
right? That's
Right.
you have to
It's
learn to
not for
sweep it
everybody, it's
away and
definitely my vibrant colors are
they're offensive to some.
it
They
take it takes a lot of presence in a room.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but that's like stepping into being getting older as
Mm,
a mature woman in the
yeah.
50s. It's like this is a great time to be in your 50s
Heck
too as a
yes.
woman. So,
Yes, it is.
there's so many
50's the new
positives.
20s, right? Or the new 30s, something like that. I'm getting there. Oh, if you were just starting your business today, even going back to maybe your massage and acupuncture businesses, what would you do differently? Or anything? Would you do anything differently?
Hmm. I don't know if I would do anything differently.
You like the way it all worked out. Mhm.
Yeah, maybe be more specific on goals. I'm not sure.
It's okay to not.
I think I needed to explore and take
Yeah,
those years to just
to learn
play
and
and
play.
learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. What do you feel is your greatest accomplishment? Well, as a human and as a business, I guess. Your greatest
Well,
accomplishment. What comes
as a
to mind?
human, raising three amazing kids,
Yeah.
that's for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a huge contribution to the planet. Is
Gosh,
having
yes. Three beautiful kids. Yeah.
three good people that are going
Yeah.
to enhance the
Wow.
planet, and they are all
Whew.
incredibly creative in their own right.
Hmm.
I come from generational artists. My grandmother was a great artist,
Wow.
and but she also didn't really start until she was retired, and she
Really?
raised four kids.
Wow.
So I
Wow.
hope my kids start much younger, getting
Mm-hmm.
serious about their creative. I have one. My middle child is studying to be a fashion designer. So,
Wow. Oh, how
and that's what
wonderful.
I wanted to do when I was younger.
Really?
And then I went through, I did get a degree in fashion merchandising, but I
Oh.
decided to go to acupuncture school after that. So
Oh, okay.
I've had many, many lives
Mm,
in
You're
this life.
multi-passionate. I can totally understand and relate. I love
Yeah.
that. But raising good humans, that's what you've done.
Raising good humans.
Amazing.
It's important.
And you encouraged art and creativity
Yeah,
with
yeah,
them
for
throughout their
sure.
lives.
And there are different ways: music, pen and ink drawings. My youngest is really
Mm.
good with that, and
Oh,
musical and design. Yeah.
wow. Terrific. Let's talk about if you have a quote that lights you up or a quote that comes to mind.
Mhm.
Do you have a quote that you live by or that lights you
I
up?
don't know the exact person who wrote it, but it takes courage. I
Mm.
think it's Matisse, actually.
Oh,
It takes courage to do art.
ah,
Yeah.
lovely.
So, yeah.
I do love Matisse.
Mhm.
Would you say, well, what words of advice do you have for a new entrepreneur just getting started? Somebody who, a young artist perhaps, or an old artist who wants to do
Mhm.
this for a living?
Um, learn as much as you can, earn some skills,
Mm,
and then not be afraid.
mm. Courage.
But
Yeah.
courage, it comes always comes down to courage,
Hmm.
because artists often ask, when am I ready to sell? And
Mm,
it really has to come from your heart, and to expose yourself, because
yeah.
um, exposing yourself with your creativity is being very vulnerable.
Hmm.
And so you have to be very sure and you're forthright of who you are,
Wow. Yes.
and not be afraid.
Not let fear hold you back.
Yeah,
Yeah. And be ready to take that leap,
right.
the jump, as you said. What do you wish you could tell your 18-year-old self as you entered adulthood?
Mm. Don't wait so long.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do
Just
it.
do
I
it.
love
Even if you're, busy with other endeavors like raising three kids,
Yeah.
do a little bit.
Dabble in
Because
it.
I really didn't do much from around 20 to
Mm,
45.
mm.
Like, that was just
That was your parenthood phase.
parenting and busy.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that people can make excuses for being creative. We are
Yeah.
all creatives.
That's
We
true.
might be really good at cooking. That's a creative art.
Hmm.
We might be really good at interior design, as
Mm.
far as the paint on of how you decorate your house,
Yeah.
or how you dress, or how you talk. Everybody is a creative, so tapping
Mm.
into that. And when my students come to me and they're afraid and they said, I don't have a creative bone in my body, I said, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
So I try and be really positive, and to really draw it out of people,
Love that.
because I know how empty life can be if you don't tap into your creativity.
Totally. Wow. And expressiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so true. And having an outlet for young people, I think, is so important to have a creative outlet, whether it is in music or art or writing or journaling,
Yeah.
even, or, getting off of phones.
And unfortunately, around 7 or 8, children naturally go, I am an artist, or I'm not.
Mm, mm,
They choose that. It's
really?
almost indoctrinated in school. It's like, you have talent, you're an artist, or no, you don't have talent.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to go younger with my students.
Get them when they're at birth.
Yeah.
In diapers.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
That's interesting because now that you mentioned that, my husband and my mother both are amazing artists, and they don't feel like they never felt like they were. Like my
Yeah.
mother always used to say, "Oh, I don't have a creative bone in my body," and my dad was an artist and an interior designer, and so she felt, but he would encourage it, but she just never. She never pursued it or allowed herself time to be creative. So how do you even know if you're an artist if you have never allowed yourself time to create?
It's true.
Right?
It really is true. And then tapping into the fun play of it.
Ah,
I always
yes.
tell people to be like a child. Be like, kids don't, like really young kids, younger than 7, they don't judge what they're doing. They just
Absolutely.
are.
Yeah.
They just be.
They just be.
Yeah.
That's so true. I love that. The last question is, do you feel as though you are living your dream life?
Yes, except for I want to travel more, a little bit more,
Mhm.
and have art patrons all over the world.
Wouldn't that be amazing? And you can just travel to them.
Yes.
That's your calendar for the years, depending on where they live.
Yes, yeah, like every summer, summers are incredibly hot in Florida. So
Mhm.
every summer I would like to be in a different country creating art in that zone. That would be my ultimate.
Let's
Can you imagine?
manifest
Italy
that.
is next.
Oh, Italy's
Summer,
my favorite.
Italy.
Actually, Italy's the only country I've been to outside of Canada and the US.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's just my favorite. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Venice and Florence and the beautiful landscapes.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
amazing. Well, thank you very, very much for sharing this time with me
Thank
and
you.
allowing me to come into your space and see all the beauty that you create, because really it's outstanding. It's extraordinary. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was awesome. I trust that whatever was meant for you in this conversation will remind you there's a way to build a life you love. Follow where it leads, and I'll see you in the next session. Be sure to like and subscribe to never miss an episode.